Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Friday, July 18th, 2025. So, on a day that's just a few days before AirVenture,
Yes.
what did you think of the crossword?
Well, it was a very satisfying solve for me
Good?
because I thought it was hard.
Yes.
I thought when I started, I'm like, ooh, this one's going to be a toughie.
Right.
But I actually got it done in a little less time than I usually do on a Friday, all by myself. I thought, oh man, I wish I had the kids here because we could. Between the three of us, I thought, oh yeah, we would have gotten this.
Your powerhouses.
They are, and they know stuff.
Right.
They know stuff I don't know.
Well, don't sell yourself short. There's a lot that you know.
But they know other stuff that I don't know about. But no, I just kept chipping away at it, and I eventually got it done. But
well, good.
But boy, starting off, I was like, I'm not sure if I know anything here, but I finally got it.
Yes. Yeah, it started off with one across, makes good, and I thought it was pays up.
Oh.
And then I thought it was settle, although really to match tenses it should have been settles, and then eventually landed upon atones.
Well, I thought of a tone right away, but I thought, oh, it's probably not that.
Right.
And it turned out it was, yes.
Well, that's sort of like 14 across. 14 across was uncertain, and the answer was not sure.
Right.
I thought that was pretty obvious. And a little bit reassuring that maybe the rest of the crossword wasn't going to be overwhelmingly difficult either.
Right. Yeah, it's always good. Like if I can get like one corner done, I'm like, okay, if I can do one corner, I can do four.
Yes.
It's just like, I don't know, it's sort of like a hurdle. And you get one here and you get one there. But when you get a whole block and get a whole corner filled out, then I don't know, it gives me hope.
Yes.
Especially on Friday and Saturday.
Well, I don't think I definitely did not start in the top left. I tried to, and then sort of worked around to about the middle on the right-hand side. I think that's where I first started to get traction with clues like 23 across, instrument with a deep rounded back was a lute.
Yes.
And then 26 across, I thought this was great. Staff notes was memos.
Right. I think that might be the first one I actually put in that I thought, oh, I bet it's memos. That makes sense. But
well, my problem is with lute. I always think, is it lute or is it lyre?
Right.
And I'm not quite sure about the difference between the two. All I know is they are 4-letter instruments, starting with L, ending with E.
That is correct, yes.
And I think both have strings. We had 29 across.
What is that? I don't think a lute does it? Isn't a lute like a I think it's something you blew.
Well, that's a flute. Is the lute also? How embarrassing. Let's see. No, it is a plucked stringed instrument with a long neck.
Okay.
So, and a lyre is also got, actually, here's lute versus lyre. Everything you need to know.
Oh, boy.
Probably more than you need to know. But yeah, they're both stringed instruments.
Oh, okay, very good.
29 across, winter athlete. So it was 5 letters, and I first went for skier.
So did I.
But it was LUGER.
Oh, LUGER.
Is that how?
LUGER. I mean, it's the luge.
It's the luge.
So maybe LUGER?
LUGER's the gun, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's not LUGER.
Yeah.
I think it's a LUGER.
There's an interesting concept. How about the luge with people carrying Lugers? And they try to just like, they could just have like paint in them rather than actual bullets. And they could try and, combination
hit targets on the way down.
Combination luge paintball. There, we have solved the Winter Olympic. Whenever the next Winter Olympics is coming up, we have got a sport that everyone's going to want to watch.
I suppose.
And there'll be a lot of things like, hey, the athlete from that country just cheated by throwing a pail of paint on someone. Be a lot of confusion, possibly. I don't know.
Definitely.
And speaking about throwing paint at people in the unapproved fashion, we have 26 down, fight dirty, and that was mud wrestle.
Oh, yes. That took a while, but I got it.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
And speaking of Olympics, we had 34 across. It was Olympian Owens, Jesse.
Yes.
Jesse Owens.
Yeah.
Real American hero.
And that crossed with the shocking 32 down congressional record, ? Sex tape.
Yes.
Ha ha ha. We had 51 across. Lifts up was elates. And we just had elote.
That is true, yes.
Unfortunately, it wasn't elotes. It was just singular, but
right.
Still, elates, elotes. Pretty close.
Yep.
We had 10 down, and that was that in Mexico, and it was eso.
Right.
And I was thinking, we just had that Paul Anka song, Eso Beso.
That's right.
So I predict we had eso today. I say Saturdays is going to include beso. Maybe.
I think it can also be asa.
Is it?
Depending on the gender.
So. I believe that when Paul Anka was singing, it was eso with an O.
It was eso, yes.
And speaking of O's, that was the last letter of 13 across, psycho screenwriter Joseph Stefano.
Right.
And I had Stefan, and I wasn't quite sure what to do with that last letter. It didn't help that last letter was part of 6 down, Whiskey Distiller's Mixture. I figured out it was ending in mash.
Right.
And so I had 4 letters, and it was starting with an S, so I thought maybe it was Spud Mash. I thought maybe you take a potato, you mash it up, and that's how you get whiskey. I don't...
No. That is not correct.
That is not correct? That's not... Yeah, the correct answer was sour mash.
That's right.
But I had to work at that because, again, I didn't know the O of Stefano. And then the R of sour came out of 19 across, humdingers. Of course, I thought, oh, right, I get to say suckdolager again. But it was only sockdolla. That was all the room I had, so I had to throw out sockdolager. And then I went for conkers, Conkers.
Conkers? Like the shell, or?
I decided it was a Britishism.
Oh.
You know, I mean, that's like really conkers. But it turned out to be really corkers.
Corkers.
That makes more sense.
Yes, definitely.
You're sort of celebrating and a cork flies out as opposed to a conch.
Right.
I mean, maybe if you're celebrating, you hit someone in the head. So there might be a lot of conkers going on.
Perhaps.
I'm not entirely sure.
The next one, there are 20 across, certain fraternity guy, informally. I had bro. And I thought, that's got to be bro, like fraternity brother.
Right.
But no, it turned out to be a sig.
Which I understand now, looking at it, is short for sigma.
Right.
Right. Last night I was just like...
Sigma.
Last night I was like special interest group and just let it hang.
Nope.
But it did work.
Yes, it did.
Let's see. We had 12 down, Quisling EG, and that was traitor.
That is correct.
And I think that's going to show up as part of a fun fact.
It just
so
might.
We will defer discussion of Quisling EG
All right.
until a later date or a later point in time.
Right.
17 down was tiny bit. So, of course, without even looking at the grid, it's like got to be iota or atom. But it was 5 letters, so then it had to be smidge until it wasn't, and then it had to be skosh, which it was.
Yes, that is correct.
30 across was blank is the most convenient time to tax rich people. David Lloyd George. Death.
Right.
That was sort of cute. David Lloyd George, was he a prime minister?
I really don't know.
I think it sounds like it would be the name of it. Oh, no, actually.
It does.
Yeah,
but,
actually.
Or maybe a member of parliament.
Or a singer. Maybe that was Boy George.
Yeah, it was Boy George.
Let's see. David Lloyd George. A Liberal Party politician from Wales. Oh. He was known for leading the United Kingdom during the First World War. Okay, so he was a prime minister. Wow. I'm amazed that I knew that. I have no idea why I knew that or where I learned that, but I'm not going to complain too much.
Right.
another interesting quote, 31 down. They glisten in a classic Irving Berlin tune that was Treetops.
Right.
Can you sing that Irving Berlin tune?
I couldn't think what it was. It was like, sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow. And I went, something glisten, glisten, treetops glisten.
That was his original lyric. Mm-hmm. Something's glistening.
Yeah.
It could be an alien. It could be a treetop. It's hard to tell.
But it was Walking in a Winter Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
That was the song. Yep. Mm-hmm.
33 across I thought was good. Shepherd's Warning. Growl.
Yes.
That's why I don't want to be a shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the sort of predictable 35 across. Receiving end, question mark, G.
Oh, yes.
And then the mysterious 41 across. Explicit subject for her. Antecedent.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that one.
Well, at first I thought it was antecedent. Like you have your great antecedent.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not that.
But then I decided it had something to do with English grammar. Explicit subject for her. So that's as far as I got in terms of my analysis.
Okay.
I decided, you're talking to the person who completely ignored sig.
Uh-huh.
So antecedent was just well beyond my abilities at the time of night I was solving this.
It has been a long time since I have diagrammed sentences and discovered, what was the noun, verb, object, adjective, etc. Antecedent.
Yeah, see, I don't think they taught us that in class.
Uh-huh.
18 across should have been predictable. That was high dash blank, and so I went for high C.
Oh, I went for high def.
But it was high. Oh, that's better and closer. It was high res.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And the one below that, 21 across, Les Miserables number with a number in its name, was One Day More.
Right.
Can you sing that one?
One Day More.
Whoa. Let's see. So did that have like Jean Valjean?
Yes.
He had a number too, right? Like.
That was his big number.
No, but he was like given a number as a prisoner.
Uh-huh.
See, I thought that was going to be the song.
Oh,
like 8675309.
Yeah.
Which might be Jenny's phone number from a 1970s or possibly 60s song.
Yes, he did, and in the beginning he does call himself by his number in a song, but I can't remember the number.
I think it's. Let's see, 68269? Could be an area code or a zip code that I'm remembering there.
Uh-huh.
It'd be funny if it was like 314-159-2654, pi. Or because it was French, it would probably be more sophisticated than that. 2.71828 E. Various famous bases. Okay, enough math humor.
I think so.
I'm not sure.
Enough singing for sure.
I'm not sure if that's an oxymoron or not. But that is it for the crossword. But it is Friday.
Yes, it is.
Which means it's time for Fun Fact Friday. And the surprise is going to be a little bit less than it usually is because we already telegraphed 12 down.
Well, it was a bit of a puzzler for me.
Uh-huh.
I had never heard of a quisling. And that meaning being a traitor.
Yes.
So I looked it up, and there was quite a bit of information about it on Wikipedia, which I will not read all, but I will at least read what I thought were the interesting bits. Quisling is actually Norwegian. It is a term used in Scandinavian languages and in English to mean a person or politician of an occupied country who collaborates with an enemy occupying force. It may also be used more generally as a synonym for traitor or collaborator. The word originates from the surname of the Norwegian wartime leader Vidkun Quisling, who headed a domestic Nazi collaborationist regime during World War II. So, the use of Vidkun Quisling's surname as a term predates World War II. The first recorded use of the term was by Norwegian Labour Party politician Oscar Torp in 1933. He used it as a general term for Quisling's followers. Quisling was at this point in the process of establishing the Nationalsammlung, National Unity Party, a fascist party modeled on the German Nazi Party. So that's where it originated. It was quite popular during World War II, particularly when it came to Quisling's unsuccessful 1940 coup d'etat. So after that, Quisling's Everywhere was an editorial that was written on April 19th. That was the name of it, Quisling's Everywhere, to which it was asserted that to writers the word Quisling is a gift from the gods. If they had been ordered to invent a new word for traitor, they could hardly have hit upon a more brilliant combination of letters. So that just kind of cemented it as a good adjective for a traitor. There is a verb form of Quisling, which is called, the noun form is Quisler. A less common noun form is Quisler, and a verb is to quizzle.
Wow.
So, and then there has been a resurgence of the word Quisling, particularly in this century, particularly in this country, and we will not even touch that. But yes, so if you're hearing the word Quisling, now you know what it means. So.
And I know I've seen the word before. I just can't remember. I thought it was like some classical English story I'd read or something, but...
Nope, from Norway.
From Norway. Huh.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that fun fact.
That's all right.
That is it for today, then. So thanks, everyone, for listening. Remember, we love feedback, crosswordpodcast at iCloud.com. Let us know what we're doing right. Let us know what we're mispronouncing. Maybe, keep it to the about like 10 or 15 words per message. Again, crosswordpodcast at iCloud.com.
Yep.
We will be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.